Because today I'm not even mad. It is not easy just doing content creation.
So hey guys, for those of you who do not know who I am, my name's Tommy. I make content about lifestyle related stuff. So anything from fashion, beauty, skincare, money, lifestyle, travel, my channel is for you. So let's get into the video. So this is going to be things that I would splurge on versus save. Now, I've said previously in my previous videos that money habits have kind of changed, you know, like, and I just want to give a sense of things that I will spend my money on. And I feel like I've made really good financial decisions, if I can speak, good financial decisions that have put me in a decent, you know, place in my life today. Would I splurge on a luxury handbag or an experience? This is an easy one, and for those of you like who know who I am, like, I will definitely splurge more on experiences, and during periods where I actually realized that I don't think I own luxury handbags, but majority of them are vintage. So I've never actually gone to a designer store and like just splurged on a handbag. And the only reason why I think like this is, I don't know, like, it's not a status thing for me. It's more of a design thing for me. Like, I'm a design girl, so I would always prioritize the look and feel, you know. And so as much as I love fashion and clothes and things like that, I don't know, I just have this thing that I don't want to splurge on things like that. Maybe from like my wedding, just because I feel you just get tired of them and you barely wear them. I just have that mindset. I don't know why, but it's just not. I would rather spend on experiences personally. Hell no. So this is my view of things like this. I think things that are one-off events in your life, you should spend on. And it doesn't mean going into debt for. I feel it's a once in a lifetime experience. Why don't you create that beauty for yourself? So provided that you have it, I would spend on a wedding as opposed to eloping. And my mindset is money is like always there. You could always splurge, like you could always invest in yourself, invest in upgrading your skills, and all of a sudden the money comes pouring in. You're never really going to have a second wedding, except obviously you want to renew your vows, but it's just not going to happen. So just let go and let God, honestly. Would I spend on investments like buying stocks and shares versus, let's say, buying a table at a club and just splurging on a night out? Guys, come on, like, you've watched my channel. This would be the obvious thing for me. Like, I love, you know, looking at the markets, investing in companies, investing in my community. So I would always go for that. Doesn't even concern me. I'm more than happy just not to have a table in a club, okay? Like, I'm more than happy to just look pretty, sipping whatever I'm drinking on. Would I spend on fancy dinners versus home cooked meals? The truth is, I would spend on home cooked meals. I like my fancy dinners, okay? I'm a culprit of that, but I only mainly do that during special occasions. But most times I like to cook, and I've become a serious gym girly. So it kind of means that because I measure everything, I kind of have to cook at home. And the process of cooking at home is even just much better because I discover new ingredients, new types of foods to cook, and then that just expands what I'm able to do. So yeah, I'd rather spend on making sure, you know, I have home cooked meals. You know, I'd spend more on that because it's cheaper. and actually not always cheaper for a lot of people, but it's definitely cheaper for me. Would I splurge or save on a fancy, expensive gym subscription, or just taking runs, taking walks? Now, this one's a hard one. Like I said, I'm a gym girly. Now, my gym isn't that expensive, but my gym has a lot of things, like a lot of things that I need. My health is paramount. I will spend on a fancy gym subscription. I have been to all of these like really high-end gyms, like Third Space, and to be honest, I love the idea of this all-inclusive like wellness center, like David Lloyd, where you can play sports, they have saunas, they have all these classes. I think that's one thing that I would splurge on, just because in my mind, my health is paramount, my fitness is paramount. I love those kind of things, so I would splurge on that. Even though I don't do that now already, so, but yeah, the gym is definitely something that I would splurge on, for sure. No doubt about that one. Would I splurge on concerts or a night out? That's kind of obvious. I would have to say concerts, because it's a once in a lifetime experience. Like anything that's once in a lifetime, like if I'm only going to see Chris Brown once, or if I'm only going to see Usher once, like do it. It's a once in a lifetime, like I'm not going to feel this feeling for the longest time, but I'm not going to do it at the detriment of my pockets being like, do you get what I mean? So I'm not going to do that, but I would definitely splurge on once in a lifetime experiences. Hey, I love this one. Would I splurge or save on, so splurge being on therapy, or self-care routine, just talking to friends, airing out, speaking to ChatGPT? I would say I would splurge on therapy. And the only reason why I would say is because someone else is actually holding you accountable. The thing with self-care routines is that you're trying to almost treat yourself from the perspective of where you were suffering, how almost self-diagnose and help themselves through that process. I think it's much better having assistance and assisted help that would help guide you through the process. Today, last but not the least, would I spend on subscriptions, including Netflix, all of that good stuff, versus having my nails done, hair done, all of that? That's a tricky one. This one's very difficult. So the thing is, because I'm natural, I tend to do like my hair at home. The odd time, I also tend to do my nails at home sometimes. I used to go out, and that's because it's very difficult trying to find time to actually go and do my nails. So I just got to a point where I'm like, no, I need to learn this stuff, and I need to learn how to do it at home, because anybody got time, particularly if you go into the office like all the time and come back home late. But anyway, I would splurge. I'm the kind of person, I would splurge on like my Netflix. I would splurge on having a ChatGPT. If it's something I use regularly, like it's a need for me, I'm splurging. There's no question about it. Like if it has to do with things like ChatGPT, or if I learn from it every day, if it relates to like a course subscription, like Coursera, or anything that I'm learning or improving from, I'm going to spend. That's just the mindset I have when it comes to things like that. So we've come to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my splurge versus save. Let me know your thoughts on what it is you would splurge on versus save on, and let me know if there's anything that you disagree with and you would have thought about differently in terms of your splurging and saving habits. I'll catch you guys in my next video, and ciao. See you soon. Bye, my loves.